Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth, and I'm here to do the week ahead for water signs Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and it's the week ahead for today, starting October 13th, which is the full moon in Aries, by the way, through the 19th, 2019. And this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. And so I pulled a few cards, and I am using a new deck today. I've been showing this off. It's by the same creators of the deck of My Tarot Illuminati. It's Eric C. Dunn and Kim Huggins. Tarot Apocalyptus. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll put it right there so you guys can see it. So I did a week ahead for you guys, and let's see what we came up with. A few cards that I pulled. Everything looks pretty interesting for the week ahead. So I also, before I get started, I just wanted to let you all know I am still running that contest. So once I get to 100 subscribers, then I will pull 3 names, and you will get 3 15-minute readings by phone. So please share my videos and like and subscribe. Okay, well, let's get started. So I'm looking at right now the first two cards that I pulled. We've got Princess of Cups. This is water sign energy right away. Comes right up. I mean, this is such a beautiful energy. She's receptive. She's open to receive. So right now, water signs, you're in a position of opening to receive some good news, perhaps. You might be hearing from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, or just receiving some good news. What bothered me was underneath it was the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Five of Cups. Whoops, Five of Cups. So some of you may be receiving some news that could be either disappointing, someone let you down, or the news you're receiving is possibly from a person that took advantage of you, took advantage of your kindness, literally disappointed you. Perhaps you're not quite over it 100% here. But there, I mean, in this picture, this person, her arms are being reached out. She's reaching her arms out. So for me, I feel like someone might be trying to reach out to you. And with this next to the Princess of Cups, it's someone is, I believe, trying to contact you or reaching out to you for it could be for anything. I mean, the energy I'm picking up is because of the Five of Cups is disappointment. They might have let you down, or reverse the roles. Maybe you're going to reach out to somebody this week, someone that you disappointed or upset, and you want some closure. But either way, I'm getting that someone is reaching out to somebody, especially with this Five of Cups in this deck. Look at her. She's reaching out, literally, saying, look, I still have these 2 cups that are standing upright. I still have love to offer you. So they're offering you something, water signs. What that is remains to be seen. But let's look forward to the next energy. We have 9 of Swords. This card is anxiety. So it's not sleeping. It's stress. What are you guys worried about? And what's on your mind that's keeping you up at night? I mean, for a lot of us right now, I mean, I've got not just my rising sign of Scorpio, but my Venus is in Pisces. So I can relate to this toxic energy of anxiety and worry. And some of it, I think, is related too, because we have the Prince of Pentacles underneath finances. Some of you have gone through some big changes recently with the work you do. And so with that being said, either you made some big changes with the job, with your career, something happened that caused you this 9 of Swords anxiety and made you feel just, I think, vulnerable emotionally and just anxious. And now you've had to, with the Prince of Pentacles, look at what your other options are. And he's looking to the past. So, you know, he could be looking at his experience or what he's been through with this Prince of Pentacles. If you look, he's facing this way, looking at the past. And so you're going back to something that you were doing anyway, which you might have been doing originally. For those of you going through work changes, career changes right now, you're reflecting, you're reevaluating. You might have had an experience that kind of threw you for a loop. And again, if this is related to personal relationships, you might have had a person in your life who possibly might have been a Taurus energy or Earth sign energy, maybe, doesn't have to be, but someone, because I'm looking at the Prince of Pentacles, it's someone who, I guess, really made you feel very unappreciated, anxious, uptight. And this is, again, I believe, so for some of you trying to figure out what to do next professionally. What's my next move? And with that, we've got the Two of Swords, which is, he's thinking, what is my next move? What do I do now? He's pondering, which I see a lot of you are doing this coming week. You're pondering and taking action, but not swift action right away. You're contemplating very carefully, timing, what do I do next? Just like in the picture here with this Two of Swords, he can't decide right away. And there's no need for you guys to rush a decision, because you do have the Hermit here. And this is coming up this week. And this energy of the Hermit is enlightenment. So a lot of you water signs are feeling early this week, probably around Wednesday, Thursday. Again, this energy is very fluid. And this may not resonate with all of you, but for some of you, it's enlightenment. It's making a decision and going with it, following through with it, okay? It's trusting your intuition. And you water signs are very intuitive, very psychic. So trust your intuition. And then we have, let's see, during the week, we have closer to the midweek, we've got Nine of Cups next to the Ten of Swords. But let me show you this card first. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So on one hand, you've got what you wanted, and you might have gotten yourself out of a sticky situation that was overwhelming you and causing you this Nine of Swords anxiety. And so now you're feeling relieved, okay? It's a really nice feeling of good, now I can do what I want. But then we've got underneath it, it's, what do I do with all this time on my hands? Ten of Swords, oh my God. It's the ending of, something ended for a lot of you water signs out there. Something came to a crashing halt. Excuse me, my goodness. And some of you really, I mean, my goodness, with this picture, it's, you're taking the bull by the horn. You had enough of something, and some of you just erupted with anger and frustration and, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. So now you're grateful that you don't have to do what you were doing. You're grateful that you don't have to go through it anymore. But now it's, now what do I do? And now you're kind of putting yourself, you put yourself in a position where you're forced to, you know, survive. You know, this is kind of survival mode right now, and overcoming any adversity by not seeing yourself as, you know, this is not a bad thing. Ten of Swords isn't to me, I feel like it was something needed to end, something needed to come to an end for you to attain the happiness that you were looking for. And that's what you're working on now, because it shows in the future you're really moving forward. Here we go. Eight of Wands, it's movement, swiftness, activity. All of a sudden you guys are on the go, getting, you know, making decisions, getting things done. There's a fearless energy here. It's messages are being received too. So for some of you water signs out there, water signs, I've noticed with this Eight of Wands energy, it's messages coming through. So you could be hearing from somebody that maybe you went through this stressful situation with, because underneath it we've got the, let me get the card, Six of Pentacles. That's reciprocity. It's also, I mean, the energy I get in this card is, you know, you guys worked really hard and went through a very stressful time recently, and now the universe is providing you with some sustenance, some assistance. So there are people coming forward to help, okay? And there is also, I believe, with this energy, messages. So I believe people are reaching out to you, people that you might have been working with, people that you had friendships with, relationships with. They're sticking by you. They're being very loving and supportive. That's a good thing, especially with the big decisions that you've had to make recently that were tremendously stressful for many of you. Whether that be leaving a toxic relationship that was just no longer serving you, leaving a toxic job, whatever it was something you left that you needed to get out of. And the outcome here, we've got the last card is the Five of Pentacles, and next to the Five of Pentacles, which is being feeling like you're left out in the cold, next to the Ace of Wands. I get with this is like one door closes and another one opens. I mean, you weren't happy at whatever relationship, Five of Pentacles, whatever was going on with this card here, Five of Pentacles, is you were working really hard. And for some of you, you felt I was working so hard and not getting paid what I deserved, or I was working so hard and not being acknowledged. A lot of this is this fear of being left out in the cold and not having enough to take care of yourself. But with the Ace of Wands, you guys really, you don't quit. I mean, you always have something to go to. So I have a feeling most of you, if you left a job, you had something else to go to. If you left a relationship, then you weren't really, you might have walked away from it, but this is Ace of Wands energy. This is supportive energy. So I do believe some of you may have walked out of a job or walked out of a very toxic relationship that you had to get out of. And it's just going to open doors to you. Now, this Three of Swords fell out. So to me, I wanted to clarify this for you guys because I'm not sure why. You know, this could go deep. You know, for some, I'm picking up without looking at the cards. It's the messages from people that you haven't heard from in a while that may reach out to you. It's feeling betrayed by the experience that you may have gone through recently. You may feel like someone threw you under the bus. You may feel like more than one person threw you under the bus, or just you didn't understand their energy. You know, you couldn't understand why they behaved the way they behaved. You're trying to understand why you were, I mean, this is like a third-party relationship there. So to me, this is being, you know, it's sneaky. It's really sneaky behavior, you know. It's painful. Excuse me for coughing, folks, but I am going to clarify the Three of Swords. And so I want you guys to be able to see him. So let me put him right there. There he is, Three of Swords. So what's up with the Three of Swords for my water signs for the week ahead? What is the significance of the Three of Swords? Please tell me for my water sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the significance this week? Okay, the World. Could be that you're... For some of you, the hit I get is someone that you're hearing from either that they either live far away or they've been keeping their distance from you and they're coming back around to reach out to you. I want to clarify this, please. Oh, what's this? It's a Princess of Wands, which would be Leo, Sag, Aries energy. It's fire sign. It's immature. I always see this energy as, you know, someone who moves very quickly. I mean, they're very physical. They're very athletic. If not athletic, they're always on the go. Always moving, always getting something done. Always has something to say. So you may be hearing from a fire sign, some of you. Someone younger, perhaps. Whoops. What's this? This fell out. The Moon came up, so be careful. Whoever is reaching out to you, the Three of Swords is the reason they're reaching out to you. There was a betrayal. They may have done something to you that caused you some great suffering and pain. Let's see if I can pull one more card on what the significance of them reaching out to you is. What do they want from my water sign? For some of you, you may be receiving messages from someone that hurt you or betrayed you or ended a relationship. Maybe you didn't see it coming. I don't know. What is I need to ask my guides, please. Be as accurate and as evidential as possible. What is the significance of the Three of Swords? One more card, please. Oh, damn. Two fell out. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, walking away from an emotionally draining situation. This person may have walked away from you and left you feeling just empty. Horrible. Okay, it's a horrible energy here, but you're walking away. I feel like some of you someone may have left you and made you feel like, what did I do? There's no explanation here. And you moved on and you are moving forward. Eight of Cups is like, I'm done. I'm not even looking back. And then the Queen of Swords she's that, don't mess with this energy of the Queen of Swords, especially, wow, in this deck, I take everything seriously and I take very good care of myself and I don't need you. So if this person reaches out to you, I mean, she's wearing keys. Whenever I see the keys in this, I think it's the key to her heart, you know, and you've got to figure it out. And this woman here in this deck, this Queen of Swords, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You may have that in your chart. I don't know. But I feel like for some of you, you're taking on the persona of the Queen of Swords energy. You're taking on this, I can take care of myself, intelligent. Sometimes she just calls a spade a spade. She speaks her mind. She's protecting herself. So this energy for you guys is protection and guarding your heart and being very mindful of this person that's coming in. So I would say for some of you, you could be hearing from someone this week that you haven't heard from in a while that caused you a lot of heartache. I also believe in this reading, some of you this week, my water signs, will be making some important decisions, but you're not rushing. You're getting over a difficult, I think, the last couple of weeks. I think the end of September and the beginning of October were overwhelming for many of my water signs. I know they were for me. And so with that being said, you guys are moving ahead, embracing something new, taking on new projects, making money, receiving reciprocity from people who care about you and want to help. And, although you have feelings of being left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, you're stressing and worried about money, don't. Ace of Wands is saying, you guys got this in the bag. Honestly, most of you, I feel, are hardworking people. You know what you can and can't handle. And I think for some of you that walked away from any type of work or job, I'm pretty sure you guys had something else to go to. And if you don't worry. You've got this energy of, please don't worry. Five of Pentacles is saying, don't worry. Ace of Wands is right here guiding you. You've got something else right around the corner. So it's utilizing your creativity, folks, this week. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. If you do hear from this person from the past, hear what they have to say. It doesn't mean you can forgive them. My advice would be to forgive if they're asking for forgiveness. I get the last card of the High Priestess. Trust your gut. She's beautiful, isn't she? Trust your gut. This is intuitive energy, and she can spot a snake immediately. So you'll know what to do, guys. Anyway, I hope this reading was insightful. Please leave feedback. I always love feedback just to know how the reading went, if it resonated with any one of you out there. I just want to know. The contest does continue. Please like the video, hit like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and have a beauteous and blessed day, and talk to you soon.